All right, thank you all for being here. Again, here is our kickoff session for the first 6 weeks of 2020, and you'll get email reminders in all of these, but here's all the different sessions. If by chance you miss a session, you'd like to come back, you can certainly do a recording at any time, and then we would be happy to do any specific things that you need as well. Okay, so let's get rid of that word doc and actually get started into the platform. So how do we get into the new CINC Enterprise platform? Well, the first thing is you're going to use one login like you use pretty much all of your other tools to jump into the platform. So you'll go to your one login, you're going to see a button that says CINC Enterprise, and you're going to click on that. It will auto-log you into this platform. So once you're in zone, right, your entire national roster system, we pull that data, we know who you are, and then we log you into this platform here. So before we actually go through the platform, I'm just going to show you a few things through kind of a PowerPoint we're going to walk through. There's a ton of stuff in this platform. Today's session is going to be probably around 40 minutes, and then at the end, we're going to do questions. So what I want you to do is keep an eye on that chat link at the bottom of your sessions. So keep at the bottom of the free conference call and go ahead and do that. So I see there's several people on here that can't hear at this time. We did a sound check, and I know a lot of people can hear. And so Linda just posted the dial-in for access. So if your computer's not working with sound, go ahead and just dial in, and you can watch on the screen. That code will get you in as well. So again, 515-606-5130, and then the code is 711410. All right, great. So we'll go ahead and get started. So one login. So you hit one login, you hit CINC Enterprise, you're auto-logged into this platform, and let's talk a little bit about this platform here. So first of all, what does this entail? All right, so the CINC Enterprise system was built out especially for you guys. And I kind of boil it down to these 4 different areas, and we're going to walk through all of these 4 areas today. So we've got the whole CRM and contact management piece of the system. So within there, you've got basic lead routing. You've got a very robust CRM and contact management system. It includes tasks with reminders, birthday notifications, home anniversary notifications, all that stuff. As you can probably guess, the more accurate your data is, the more accurate the system can help you in staying in front of your contacts. The whole idea behind any kind of a CRM is to nudge you in the right direction, to stay in front of people, so when a transaction pops up in their head, you're top of mind. You've got a lot of contacts in your database. Some won't need you for a couple of years. Some might need you next week. Bottom line is you're not going to know a lot of that stuff. So we're going to give you tons of tools to stay in front of people in a real nice, non-invasive, but very educated, expert type of fashion. And that's how we're going to drive that forward. At the very end, we'll talk about our activity tracking dashboard as well. Then we've got agent websites. We're going to do an entire couple hours on agent websites. I'll just give you an overview today. For the agent website piece, come back on Thursday, and then on Thursday you'll be able to jump into agent websites. We're going to do squeeze pages and the redraw feature. We're going to go through building out pages, individual custom pages with saved searches. You've got hard and soft registration on there. On the home page, you can upload videos, you can do slideshows, you can actually link them to your featured galleries. There's so much you can do on the agent websites. I'm excited to show you guys that for sure. Got a ton of business tools in the platform that go beyond a CRM. We've got one-click property blasts that are great, a very, very heavily utilized tool within the platform. We have an entire open house digital registration system where you can use at your open house to automatically dump people into the CRM. We've got property alerts, obviously, saved searches and hot sheets, profile management. We'll go through and I'll show you where all of that is today. There will be webinars in all those pieces. And then the crux of the platform, the real meat of it, is the automated stay-in-touch tools. So those stay-in-touch tools are really the key to the platform, and those will be market reports, property detail reports, drip campaigns, and then all the social sharing and print functions that you can do around all of those different pieces. So we're going to fly through all of this stuff today. And again, today is not showing you exactly how to do it at the depth that you'll want to learn for certain pieces. That'll be the other webinars. And we have an entire training library that's already loaded into the platform. So if you really like market reports after I show you those today, you want to learn how to do them, there's a little 5-10 minute video that shows you how to do a market report. It's completely automated, a nice stay-in-touch tool. And you'll be able to jump in and actually do that and look at those videos at any given time. Okay, this is actual screenshots from the platform. So we've got property blasts on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, we've got listing alerts. So that gives you a little bit of an idea. I'm going to show you a listing alert today. I'll show you how to make a property blast as well. Those are very, very simple. They're literally one click, and then they can go out the door. Embedded email flyers is kind of what they are. And then, of course, property blasts and listing alerts on the right-hand side. Those are just like you would expect, right? That's kind of Realtor 101. I'm looking for a condo in downtown Phoenix between 250 and 350. And it sends out alerts, and you can pick all sorts of preferences and functions for that. We also have an entire drip campaign system. So these are actual screenshots from our platform of how other people have used that system. It's very easy to upload graphics, link those graphics off to blog posts, however you choose to drive traffic. We have a bunch of campaigns pre-built in the system, and I'll show you how easy that is to drive people to those as well. Now, talking about market reports and property detail reports, those are really the two meaty parts of the platform. So we've got market reports in here. It's an automated monthly stay-in-touch tool. It's deeply branded and very individualized to you. It's embedded in the email for the client. It takes about 5 or 6 seconds to set one up. You've got every zip code and every city and every county in your specific MLS areas, the areas that you do business. And this is a nice monthly stay-in-touch tool. It goes out by the 15th of every month for the previous month. You set it up once, and then you never have to go in and do anything. We'll show you who's opening it and who to be kind of engaged with based on that. For those looking for a much more deep dive, and I'll scroll through a couple of screenshots, you can see on the right-hand side all the different variations of the market report. It's not just one page of summary. It's 6 or 7 pages of charts and graphs, and really some beautiful stuff. For those that want to do much more of a fine-tuned, we've got the property detail reports. And so this is kind of like a pre-CMA piece, but it's got 7 or 8 different business functions attached to it. We will do an entire session just on the property detail reports. So we show off-market data, sold data, on-market data. We show days on market adjustments. We build in a bunch of charts and graphs. And then from there, we show everything in a specific neighborhood. You can draw a polygon to create the geo-reference for this. You can say, just give me a quarter mile around a specific address. Whatever you want to do, this report is super powerful, and it can be used as a post-campaign stay-in-touch tool, an open house follow-up tool, tons of different ways you can use this. The agents that grow the most within the platform are using this specific report. So I think this session is 3 weeks from this Thursday. Please jump in, come in, take a look at this, and learn how to do a property detail report. All right. So that's just some brief pieces there. What I'd love to do now is actually jump into the platform. All right, so when you actually get to the specific platform, it looks a lot like this. A lot of people, the first thing they ask is there an app that I need to download, right? How does this integrate with my phone? This is what's called a single-page app, an SPA. And so what that means is if you've got one login on your phone, you click it, it opens up your web browser on the phone, and it loads everything that we're going to do today in a nice responsive format. And so if you're on an iPhone, you'll open up one login, you'll click CINC Enterprise, it'll open up Safari, auto-log you into here, and then boom, you're there, you're working. All of this works great on your cell phone. Same thing with an Android. So there's no app to download. Everything you need is very easy and accessible from tablets, touch screens, laptops, desktops, and of course your mobile device, because you guys are working mobily most of your day. So as we take a look, let me just give you a quick tour of the platform, all of our different pieces here, all the stuff that we're going to go through and just kind of show you today. The CRM and contacts are here. You've got your entire MLS search here. You've got a whole bunch of stuff under marketing. We're going to go through all of that. Resources, we've got our training videos over here. We'll look at those at the very end. These buttons take you out to different places. So this one actually goes to One Design. This is a Move Easy. For those of you that want to actually do some buyer leads, we have that system now set up. You don't have to get the CINC Enterprise, or sorry, the CINC Pro system to actually start generating buyer leads if you'd like to. So this button right here will take you to a sign-up form, and then you can do that through a very powerful SEM kind of ad sign-up type piece that we've got for lead generation. So up here in the upper right, we've got our tasks, birthdays, and anniversaries coming up. We've got different tasks that we've assigned to different people. And so all of this stuff right here will update automatically. Up here in the upper right-hand corner, let me just show you your profile page real quickly. A lot of you will come in for the first time. You'll see maybe a bio that we imported from Zone, or maybe a picture that might be a little bit outdated. Maybe it's something you haven't looked at in quite a long time. Whatever that is, you're going to go in here to your profile and you can make tons of changes. You can upload your own photo. You can modify your bio right here. As we scroll down a little bit more, you can actually synchronize your contacts with Google, which is Gmail, Office 365, and Outlook as well. And so if you do want to synchronize, you can do that here. It's very easy. It pulls all of your contacts in from those platforms. And I know that a lot of people are already using it. The beta people and the kind of the first adopters over the last couple of months that have come into the platform, we're now showing over 200,000 contacts in the platform already for those of you that have joined. And so that's great. It looks like people are using that piece extensively. So again, we've got some other fields, preferred name, we've got some different designations here, and social media. This social media is really important. This right here follows every time that we send out something on your behalf, a market report, a property detail report, someone goes to your website. These icons will follow you around, make it very easy for them to connect with you socially, or maybe very easy for them to just search about you and learn a little bit more about you if they're not really confident in calling. You know that that's exactly what people do. They Google you, they go on Facebook, they look at your reviews, that kind of stuff. So make sure when you get access to the platform, you come in here and you make sure your social media is good. Obviously, we're using a demo account today. Tracy Agent is our agent, and she's not real. And so this wouldn't really be Facebook.com. This would be Facebook.com/ your business page. This would be LinkedIn.com/ and then your profile. If you have any questions on how or where to do that, I'm sure somebody can help you in the tech group and help you set that up. All right, so that's your profile page. You kind of know what's there. It's important to know especially where your bio is going to be, where your photo is going to be if you want to make those changes. So let me just get out of here real quick and we'll go back to the home page. Okay, we're back to the home page. What I'd like to do is first dive in and show you the contact management, some of the CRM functions. And so let's start with that, and then we'll move to some business tools. We'll then go to our stay in touch tools, market reports, property detail reports, listing alerts, and then we're going to end with the website. All right, so from in here, I go to contacts, and again, I'm just back at the home page. To get back to my home page, I just click on the upper left-hand logo. I go to contacts, and I get all the contacts that are in my platform. So I've loaded a bunch of contacts here. We've done some stuff with these. And there's a ton of information that I really need to show you here. And that's why this page looks like it does. There's so many things that you need to see. So moving from left to right, you can edit a contact. You can see who came in as a lead versus who you may have loaded from Google or another source. Remember, this platform isn't just about web leads and how to market to web leads. This platform is really all about everybody in your sphere, not just generating web leads and how to market to those, but the 200 or 300 or 400 people in your contact database that you may not have touched for the last 2, 3, 4 years. We have tools for all of that. It's a very large business tool, and so it's not just about web leads. But you can see if someone came in as a lead. You can see their names here, email addresses. If you click on the mobile phone, if you're on your mobile, it'll dial for you. If you click it on a Mac, it should go directly to your iPhone if that's hooked in. I know I'm on a PC, and I have an Android phone. I still have the software. If I were to click this right here, it could dial from my computer or dial from Skype. So there's no excuse to be able to really quickly, just one click, and get some contact with some people. You can see where the lead came from. Like here, Kenny. Kenny was actually part of the open house registration. So I was at an open house. I had my computer open. He filled out a form. And then here, if I go into Kenny's contact detail record, I can see the picture that I uploaded of him. I can scroll down, I can see open house registration, I can click right here, I can see the home that I was at. Now from this information, I can do a lot of interesting marketing to him. I know that he's interested in something in this price range, in this area. I can easily set him up in a market report, a property detail report, something non-invasive. We have lots of tools, or just maybe a follow-up drip campaign. So down here you've got all your CRM type reminder stuff. Let me open up Laura. Laura, we've actually got a few more pieces for. She's one of my contacts here. And you can see this is a great column right here to stay in touch with. Not only will we let you rate all of your contacts and you can sort, just give me everyone who's 5 stars, I want to contact them today. But you can actually go over here and say, well, Laura is already getting a property alert. She's already getting a property detail report and a market report. So I'm actually touching her probably 3 or 4 times a month. And so at that stage, I would go to my activity dashboard and see if she's opening any of those pieces, or I can modify those here. But let's open Laura's contact record. So I open it here. We've got a picture of Laura that I uploaded. You can see all the different reports that she's getting. I can modify those by clicking View All. I can also see what she's opened and maybe what she's received that she hasn't opened. Down here, I've got my contact activity, met her at a charity event, check in with her after the first of the year. Over here, I've got some contact notes I inserted. And here's a task. The task basically says, check in with Laura. It's set for tomorrow. And you can see here, when I go out of the platform, up to here to tasks and view all my tasks, that task has reminded me, hey, check in with Laura, call her activity, check her activity on the dashboard, and see what she might need. And so I've got tasks in a specific place here for everybody. I've also got all my information down here. I can go one at a time. So what other interesting things can we do? Well, obviously, we can group everybody. I've done a couple of groups here. If I just want to see my past clients, I've got a group of past clients. I've got 2 people right here. I can filter and say, just give me my Anthem prospects, right? Anthem, Arizona is where we're going to do some property search today. I'm going to show you some cool tricks on the website to generate leads. These are my prospects in Anthem. It's really important to group your people appropriately. And if you see here, Laura is a member of the Anthem group. She's also, I believe, a past client. And so as you flip between those two, it's important to note that one contact can actually be a member of multiple groups. That's totally fine. So if I want to go back here, go to all groups, it'll actually show me everybody at one more time. I can sort by any of these fields. We're going to do a webinar on how to use the system as a CRM, and we'll talk about how to maybe sort by this field, see who's not receiving anything, sort by leads, take a look at all of your open house registration leads, make sure you're marketing to those people, right? All the people that we really do forget about on a regular basis. Some other basic things you can do from here, I can grab a couple people and I can just say, listen, I want to take these 2 and put them on a drip campaign. As soon as I click that button, all the preloaded drip campaigns come up. I say I want those 2 to be on the holiday campaign. I click it, I click apply. That's all I've got to do. Now Bill and Kenny are going to get the holiday campaign that we preloaded for you guys. So I'll show you what the campaigns look like today in just a few seconds. But it's important to note that it's very easy once you come in here to say, man, I'm not doing anything for Jenny. I remember Jenny. I don't think she's interested right now. I'm going to put her on a long-term follow-up. You click it. You go to Manage Campaigns. And, maybe this other campaign is what you want to throw her on. So very easy once you get the handle of things. Again, this is like riding a bike. The first couple times you ride a bike, you fall down, you skin your knee. A couple times after that, you get a little bit better. And after that, you're off to the races. Please don't wait 2, 3, 4 weeks or even a month to jump into the platform and start using things. You'll find it to be incredibly easy and incredibly simple to use and to really be robust for what you guys want to do. You can print labels. You can do this find piece here, which will allow you to look for specific leads, specific people. Just give me people that have unsubscribed to my stuff. Give me just my 4 stars today, and you can hit search and go from there. Okay, so you can also do, lastly, I'm going to show you some different business tools and marketing reports and all that stuff later, but you can also take entire groups or everybody and throw them on campaigns and market reports, property detail reports, all the stuff that I'm going to show you how to do. You can do those in mass. And so that's really important to note as well. If you group your people properly, you could literally say, just give me everybody in Anthem. The system shows you everyone in Anthem. And then from here, you can click here and say, just go ahead and create a market report for everybody in Anthem. Okay. So let's go back to the home page. That's the crux of the contact management system within the piece. And again, I see a couple things popping up on the chat window. I'll go through all the chat questions at the end, but I will keep those questions that have popped up, and we'll go through those together and make sure that everybody sees those as well. Now let's talk about a couple of the business tools that are in here. Obviously, we have listing alerts. So I pulled up a listing alert. Let's take a look at one. So this is what a listing alert looks like when someone receives it. So we're assuming that I've set up a listing alert for Laura. I can pull up in my system and see the last one that was sent out. I can actually see every single listing alert that's ever been sent to her. And that's important because Laura may contact me and say, hey, last Sunday, I got a property that I really liked. I can't find it on my email. You can actually go into the system and say, you know, show me the email that Laura got on Sunday. And then you can scroll down here. Again, everything's branded to you. And I can see, oh, she got this listing alert with these specific properties. And then you've got a nice way to stay in touch. This is how the listing alert works. The client can go ahead and share this to social media. It doesn't happen a lot, but they can map the property, they can schedule a tour, they can look at photo galleries, they can do all sorts of great stuff. So it gives all sorts of interesting features, properties on the market, graphs and charts, some property details, public remarks, all that stuff is built in. Okay, so that's what a listing alert looks like. Let's jump back into the platform. So I go to marketing and listing alerts. You can see I've got one running. We will have a session just on listing alerts, but if you want to jump into the video and take a look, you can just click on New. And then from here, you can set up a listing alert by just entering the criteria. We click here, and all of your MLSs that you're attached to are preloaded. You pick the one that you want. You can do a radius search. You can do price, property, year build, all the different area information, all the different features, construction, schools, all of that stuff is built in to the listing alerts. Or you can just jump in and actually do a map as well. You can do multiple polygons on the map. I want to be in this zip code, but I want to be on, you know, half a mile away from both sides of the freeway. All of that stuff is very easy to do. Okay, so again, we're going to cancel out of here. You can see here email frequency for listing alerts. You can do them immediately. They want to get stuff right away. If it's a big search parameter, you might want to give them just a daily, and that would be just one day, and you can see other factors that you can do as well. So listing alert is one of the business tools built in, fairly powerful. We find that about 50% of the agents that come into the platform migrate from doing their MLS-based listing alerts into this system. And one of the reasons is because it keeps the user in your entire ecosystem of other services. When they click on a property to view more, it takes them to your website and the listing detail page on your specific website. It keeps that traffic specific to you. Going back to the home page, one of the other things that we did want to show was the property e-blast. So if I go over here to listings and go to property search, I can search for any combination of factors here in Arizona. We're using Arizona's regional ARMLS today. I can look at just my listings, just my office listings. But if I click on search, I'll get some search results. And then when I do that, I can pick any search result, whether it's my listing or not. And I can actually go directly into there and with one click, just build a very quick flyer that I want to e-blast out into into my contact database, a specific individual, whatever it is. So here I've got 38,000 results. So that happened pretty quick, 38,630 results. Let's say this is the one I want to show. I click it. I say print or email. And the system will actually build a nice embedded email that looks like one of these generic flyers. So I click on standard. I click on generate. And it pulls all the data from MLS. It brands the flyer to me, okay, brands, that's important. I can go over and just make changes. I can actually say, you'll love this place, call me, right? If I'm going to send out this specific property to one of my clients, I can flip through and I can change the photos around if I want to by just clicking this little button in the upper left. Come down here, all the public remarks are there. It's branded to me. And I click email, it builds out an email, and I can send it to anybody in my contact database. I can even just type a specific email. I can send it to other agents and other offices, whatever I want to do. So again, this is a great thing for new listings. It's a great thing for open houses that are coming up. It's a great piece, and it's very easy. Just a couple clicks in, and you're all good to go. All the links here go back to your agent website, and that's really, really important to note. So let me back out of here as well. I'm going to show you one more business tool before we get into the market reports and the property detail reports, and that's the open house registration. So if you're sitting in an open house, you bring your laptop with you. Obviously, you need to be connected to the internet, but all of you have hotspots on your phone. That's very easy to do. You open up this open house registration page, And it just asks for the actual MLS number of where you're at. And then once you type that in, you select it, you click Open Form, and now this form will be right there on your computer screen. As people come in, they can register. Are you working with another broker? We ask for their name. Please give me some feedback. They click on Submit. Once that happens, they actually come in and become a contact in the system. Again, let's go look at all of our contacts real quickly. And you can see this is how someone would come in. Kenny came in from an open house. You can see he came in from the open house registration. He received an email right away with a photo of the house. Thanks for coming to my open house. You can also see in his contact record which specific property he came to visit. And then at that point, it's very easy to do some nice marketing specifically to Kenny around, the area that he's kind of looking at. And again, it keeps everything digital. You can then group them together and then market to them all at once. Right, so those are just a few of the business tools I wanted to show you. So obviously we've got saved searches, property alerts. Under marketing, we've got open house registration, your listing alerts here, your contacts, and your contact database. A real crux of the platform is the automated stay in touch tools. So there's 3 automated stay in touch tools I want to show you very quickly. The first and easiest to explain are the drip campaigns. So we've preloaded a bunch of drip campaigns in here for you. You can load and customize as many drip campaigns as you like. There's a video on how to do that. You can just build your own letters. You can do your campaigns by schedule or by date or by event, right? So I want this campaign to start going out on day 1 after I sign it to a person, the next letter on day 7, day 14. It's completely up to you and completely variable as well. It really works well. So we've got different home anniversary versions. We've got holiday versions, buyer campaigns, daylight savings time. All of these are very easy. You just click in to look at one of these and you can see day 1, they would get this letter. You want to see the letter, you click here and you can see the data behind the letter. Again, you can set these up on your own, but we have a bunch preloaded for you. You can also take these campaigns, make a copy, save it into your account, and then make modifications and have your own version of these campaigns. So that's the first piece, is the drip campaigns. Second I wanted to show you is a market report. So like I said earlier, these are monthly stay-in-touch tools, and really what the market report was meant to solve is the problem that probably 80–85% of the contacts in your database are not, they're not active buyers or sellers right now. And so what are you doing to stay in front of those people, right? You might be sending them some generic mailers. You might be buying the side of the shopping carts at the local grocery store. There's all sorts of ways that we try and stay in front of people so when a transaction pops up in their head, you're top of mind. This actually comes through in an email that looks just like this. We've got all the cities and zip codes for your areas loaded and ready to go. They come out around the middle of the month or so, maybe towards the end of the first week, and they go directly to the client. They're branded specifically to you, very socially shareable. You can also print these if you'd like to use them for lead generation, right? Drop them off. Hey, I'd love to send this to you. Let me know what your email is, and I'll have to sign you up. So this one's for Anthem. It shows some different snapshot summaries, some different market summaries. Then it shows about 7 or 8 different charts and graphs, all based on MLS information. There's only 1 or 2 of your MLSs where we're not getting sold data. And if we don't get sold data, then the charts and graphs on here are a little bit different. But this actually includes sold data, so we can do things like days on market, supply of inventory, some saturation graphs, all of that kind of good stuff that comes with really good sold data as well. So that's a market report. We actually, honestly, our whole platform is sending 11 or 12 million of just the market reports out every single month. And so this has proven to be very, very effective to kind of just keep you in front of people. Let me give you 2 quick statistics. Of these market reports, the average open rate is over 20%. And the average email open rate in this country is well under 1%. So we're 20 times the national average. People like looking at them. The average unsubscribe rate is less than 0.05%. So while people might delete them, they may not need them now. They typically don't unsubscribe. And again, it kind of brands you as an expert in a specific area and gives you the opportunity to stay top of mind. So those are easy to set up. Takes 5 or 6 seconds to set somebody up. Very, very simple. There's a training video on how to do it. We've already got hundreds and hundreds of these going out of the system that we can see every month. and hopefully you guys will set some up this month. The next stay in touch piece is the property detail report. This is really the deepest dive report of the platform. In this report here, you can draw a polygon, you can do an address radius, you could just say, give me this zip code. And in that case, this is great for neighborhoods and subdivisions. Again, all customized to you, socially shareable. I did it for Anthem up in Phoenix. And so in Anthem, we've got all of this for sale data, all the pendings, all the solds. You scroll down, it gives you the average days on market, a couple of different nice looking charts and graphs. But then it shows you every single property that's active or pending or sold in that specific area. So you can imagine how powerful this is for neighborhoods. So for something like this is really, really key for, we see a lot of these shared from agents on Facebook to neighborhood associations, right? Because instead of saying, hey, I'm the best agent in the world, come hire me, this is a really nice item of value that people love to sign up for. They love to get it on a monthly basis. Everyone's a little bit nosy. They want to see what things sold for. And any of these property records in here, the user can click. It opens up a spec sheet of that specific property. It's branded again to you. This one's branded to our lovely Tracy, even though it's a Long Realty, the Fox Group listing, right? We've got to have our little disclaimer there. Very, very powerful report. This is a great report. As you scroll down, much more. I included commercial properties and lots of land on this one as well. It shows you if it's active, a little bit of public remarks. You can map the property. And everything that someone does, what MLS number they click on, do they look at photos? Do they map the property? All those different pieces we are tracking, and we're going to show you what they're doing with all these different reports. So that's really key. You can really gauge someone's interactivity based on what they do with your emails, and we're going to show you all of that great stuff. Okay, so that's a property detail report. And again, today's session is not about setting one up. Today's session is for you guys to look at this and say, oh, you know what? I got 200 people that could really benefit from those market reports. I would like to get those set up this month. Great. We go back into the system. We go over here to resources, training videos, and we've got all of these training videos preloaded in the system. So you come over here, you look at market reports, you click it, it pops up on the right-hand side, and this is a very simple video that you can just watch, and you'll catch on how to do market reports very quickly. And you can immediately just grab this video, watch it once, and then jump in and start building market reports. So we've got this for the open house registration tool. We've got it on how to sync your clients with Gmail. We've got it for how to build out your own drip campaigns. All the web builder stuff we're going to go on in a couple minutes, all of that stuff is built in here as well. Okay, so don't forget, don't get frustrated if you forget how to do something. Just go in here, go to the training video. If you're a little anxious and you want to learn how to do a market report before next week's market report session, come in here, learn how to do them on your own, and then you can be sipping mimosas while the rest of us are watching the market report video. Okay, so that's as much as I want to show you in the back end. It's probably 25% of the platform. There's so much more, but we have limited time today. You get the idea. It is worthwhile for you, number one, to get your contacts in the platform. You can import contacts. So if you're currently using another CRM system, Top Producer, Buffini CRM, whatever you're using, all the systems in the world out there allow you to export into a CSV file and then import as well. Our overview, there is a training video that is the MyConnect intro, and that one, about 10 minutes in, actually shows you how to do a contact import. So if you've got a spreadsheet and you want to get everybody in the platform, watch this video. It'll show you how to do it. You'll pick it up really quickly, and it's very easy to do. So number one, get your contacts in the platform. And then number two, we want you to take a look at your agent website, right? Agent websites are, I think, much more powerful than what you guys are expecting. That's what we've heard so far. So I want to give you a quick overview of those before we run out of time today. And so I'm going to do that now. So within your platform here, okay, we're back at the home screen. Again, we got here by just clicking Realty One Group. And you can see this button here that says My Website. When you click on that button that says My Website, your website pops open. And I'm going to actually show you how to do some really interesting things to customize and make sure that this site works for what you want it to do, okay? Everything that we're going to do for this site, we're going to do right here on the website itself. There's no back-end code or no weird web builder page thing that you got to do. There's just, everything is right here, and it's very, very easy to do. So you can see this black bar up here. I've got hi and then my name. I click it. And then if I go to my website settings, for those of you that want to do tracking, you can drop in Google Analytics codes. For those of you doing Facebook ads, you can drop in your pixel ID. This is really crucial if you're doing ads pushing people to the listing detail pages of your listings, your featured listings within your website. You want to see what that traffic looks like. You can also come down here to change layout. We've got a whole bunch of different layouts predefined for you. Some of them put your picture up on top, like these right here. Some of them put more information in social media on top. This one over here actually allows you to upload custom videos, custom pictures. It extends your featured and listing section down here. This one's much more of a deep dive. It lets you customize a whole bunch of other pieces up here by the search. And again, you would just hit configure, and you can walk through here and easily see what some of those pieces are. So that's how you change your actual template. We're going to leave this template as it is. I'm going to show you what you can do with this image right here. So pre-built into the website is this house, okay? That's not going to work for most of you. Up in the upper right-hand corner, we've got these three little buttons, and that actually allows you to manage your banner. And so if you want to upload a slideshow here, you click on New. We'll let you upload as many images as you want. You can upload your own custom video. You can actually drop in a YouTube embed link, and it will actually play a YouTube video right here through this. So you can do any combination of those. So if I just wanted to upload an image, I'd click on Browse Image. I've got this image library on my computer. I click what I want to upload. I click Open. Now take a look at this. It says listing ID. I can actually link this picture here. I can actually link it directly to one of my featured properties. Let's say it's a high-res photo of one of my featured properties. I can actually click it. When I put in the MLS ID, I click that there. I click Save. The page refreshes, and now that is my new single image slideshow. And on the bottom left, it pulls the information from the MLS, and if you click on that, it goes directly to the listing detail page of that specific property. So it's a great way to advertise for your featured listings, for sure. We'll go back to the home page. Let me show you how easy it is to upload video. There's a lot of people uploading drone footage. I actually went on to iStockPhoto.com, and I spent $10, and I bought this nice little video of some people moving into a house. I click Open, it uploads the video, and it's actually going to build a slideshow. It's going to show this background image because I haven't deleted that, but then it's also going to show the video, and then it's just going to rotate between the two. So you've got a lot of different, easy ways that you can make a nice combination to kind of brand things specific to you. I don't think that video is uploading. Let's try it again. I think my internet is, oh, there it goes. Great. So we'll give it a couple of seconds. On the upper right-hand corner here, you can see you can add and customize any navigation. These navigation pieces can link out directly to third-party resources, or you can build as many navigations underneath. We'll show you how to build custom pages. You can put custom saved searches, embed video directly on the pages. Let's click on Save. When I click on Save, now this is my primary image, and because I loaded the other one second, the video will pop up here in a couple seconds when it switches to the slideshow. This little link down here will disappear, and now I've got custom video on the front. You can do this with any MP4 file. And so we have a lot of people putting drone footage up here because drone footage slow motion looks so nice. But you can see that that's what we did, and it's very easy. I can do slideshows. I can do kind of whatever I need. As I scroll down, all this comes from my profile. This is my bio from the profile right here. All of you on this call will have featured and sold properties already in. Now, if you come down here and don't see your featured properties and your sold properties, right? Like you don't see any featured properties because Tracy's not real. She has no featured properties. But if you come down here and you don't see that, that's because we don't have your MLS ID. You'll need to go to one of the admins in your office or your office manager or the owner. They'll have access to access your profile in our platform, drop in your MLS ID, and the next day, right, we need a little bit of time to update that, you'll see all your featured properties and sold properties pop in. If you actually have less than, I think, 6 featured properties. We will commingle some of your office listings in there as well, so it always looks like you have a nice, robust gallery. Okay, so we've got custom video, we've got custom images, we've got the ability to link those off from there. What about over here on the right-hand side? Well, everybody has their own blog, and so if you would like to start loading blog posts, especially for those of you interested in good search engine optimization, that's really key. You can go ahead and just click on New Blog. You can back publish date them. You can forward publish date. Again, there's a video just how to do the blog, but it's very, very simple. Everything is right on the page. It's like editing and working with a Word document. It's very, very simple. Also on here, we can go ahead and add menu items. So as you build out custom pages, see I saw a new page right here. You can build out as many custom pages as you want. You can put them in your navigation. We have a lot of people that build squeeze pages. So for those of you not familiar with that, it's a page that you push someone to from like an email campaign or maybe social media, and it's got a form built in. And so we actually build out the form for you. This is a page here that might, after you do a couple of these, might take you less than 3 minutes to create this page. It's very, very simple. So let me give you a good case scenario. We'll actually have a time, one of the sessions is called Driving Traffic and Lead Capture. Driving traffic to your website and lead capture. That's the last session on a Thursday in February. We'll actually talk about how to generate really interesting property detail reports, share them to Facebook, and then when you share them to Facebook, you can add a link of where people should go for more information, and you can push them directly to one of these pages where you can ask them for their name, their email, please share your address with me, submit, thank you. Right? Very easy. That lead goes directly into your system. You get a text notification that you got a lead, and then from there, you can do a nice property detail report for people, and that is responsible for thousands and thousands of leads in the platform. Okay? So very easy to do that within the platform as well. Again, today is about understanding what you can do and how powerful the thing, the new platform you guys have really is. What we really want you to do is just pick 1 or 2 interesting things to become an expert at in January and February, right? Maybe it's market reports and the front-end customization and building out a couple of nice links, right? Maybe it's just as simple as that, but we're going to give you tons of different options. Pick a couple that you really want to do, and we'll go from there. All right, let's talk about search a little bit. So you can search, obviously, by address, MLS ID, any kind of city within the platform. At the very beginning of the website, you just start typing in Anthem. You get this as a result. I've sorted over here, newest to oldest. And so all of these pieces are built in. Obviously, it's full IDX, and so every single listing detail page for every single listing in your MLSs is pre-built on your agent website with your URL. So don't feel bad about going in and sharing a listing that you think is interesting. Maybe it may not even be yours, and driving people and traffic back to your specific website. So you can see here, I can draw with a polygon if I want to say, well, this little area over here on the other side of Daisy Mountain Drive is a nice little area. I can do a little polygon piece there. It cordons off that specific piece of the search. I can sort here. I can do newest to oldest. I can do price. I can do any of those pieces that I want to. I think one of the most interesting pieces of the platform itself is that no matter what you want to do here to show off a specific search is all contained in this URL. So let me give you a really interesting example. What I can do is I can take this little section, I can sort by newest, and if I've got a client who's looking for property here, of course I can set them up on a listing alert. That's a no-brainer, right? You set them up on a listing alert and they get nice little listing matches. But they never really get to see what everything looks like in that specific area. If I were to grab this link right here, copy it, and then open up my email, and then send to someone, I can just come down here, I can actually paste that link, and when someone clicks on that link, it actually opens up and it redraws exactly what I had on my screen, including the sort order, filters, all of that stuff right on their screen. So now they're on their screen, they can see the area that they're looking at, they can even adjust the little polygon a little bit. If now they want to save this search, if this is something that they want to get updates on, they just click on Save Search, and you've automatically generated, they'll generate their own, I should say, listing alerts. So you can use this redraw feature in tons of things, right? I can copy this link right here, and I can say, well, underneath this menu, I want a link that will always show these specific homes sorted from newest. And so I click on New, and I put on here Anthem, newest homes on the market. That's kind of a little bit long, but you get the idea. I say I want to link it. I paste my link. I click on Add. And as soon as I do that, now I have this quick link that people can click on. And every time someone hits that link, it's brand new information. It never gets old. So I could go in here and I could say, well, actually, I really want to show newest to oldest, but I only want to show new listings in that area. I click on New Listings, and then it's always just going to show listings in the last 14 days inside that polygon. I could make that a link. I could actually send that in an email campaign. There's so much you can do with that specific piece. So when we talk about Web Builder this coming Thursday and at the session about driving traffic, we're going to talk and do some of these really interesting ways to start conversations by doing this redraw feature. And so this redraw feature is incredibly powerful. We've shown a lot of the different company groups how to do this, and we already have a ton of these as saved searches that are running tons of different results on a regular basis, driving traffic. All of that's working really, really well. So if I click on this one, we did this one in a demo about 2 months ago. If I click on Beacon Park Homes, you can see it pulls up the newest listings, even though I did that button a long time ago and everything's current. Now I can grab this, I can market it, and do all sorts of great stuff with it. Okay, so much more to show you about websites. You can build as many custom pages as you want. For those of you that are geeking out about search engine optimization, which is great, and we love that, you can control every piece of metadata on every single page of your website. So you can control meta descriptions, page titles, your link structure, all of that stuff is all good to go. For those of you that really want to go deep dive into that stuff, you certainly can, and we can put together webinars on those pieces as well. Okay, so once you're in the platform, once you've been using it for a little bit, again, how do we know what's working and how do we know maybe what I need to do some more enhancements on? This big button at the top here, Activity Tracking Dashboard, if I click that, that's actually going to pull up really the nuts and bolts behind what's happening within my system. So I'm going to actually show you some different contacts that you should stay in touch with based on newest leads, traffic activity. We've got kind of an AI here. If you scroll down, you've got William here. You forgot to set William up on something. You can easy in one click Market Report, and it sets William up on a Market Report. You just have to pick the area. All sorts of different ways. This will change on a regular basis. We want you to come in here, but it'll never be more than 10 contacts. An easy way to just go in and say, I don't know really what to do today, but I want to do some marketing. Look at this list first. Here's your hot sheets and your saved searches. As we scroll down, we'll show you who's active within the platform, how many listing alerts you're running, property detail reports, how many market reports. And then down here, we're actually tracking everybody's movement. So all of you will have a huge list after you start using the platform. But in this case, we just have one demo user. And so we can see Laura specifically. If we open up, you can see when she received her property detail reports. You can see what listings that she looked at, and she looked at the specific property details for those property detail reports, and what listings and the date that she did that. We're gathering that information on all of your listing alerts and all of your property detail reports, so it should be very easy to see who's engaged and who's not. As we scroll down, people on your website will pop in over here. Your open rates will be over here as well. And then as we scroll down a little bit further, we'll actually show you some nice metrics about web activity. Even though you don't have to plug in any Google Analytics, we're going to show you who's on your site, how long they're staying, what the bounce rate is, just some basic stuff to know that it's growing. Okay, so again, this is the crux. This is where you want to go after you use the system for about a month to figure out who really to be engaged with. And where do we find that? It's very simple, right here, Activity Tracking Dashboard. Okay, just a quick review because we are out of time and I do want to get to questions that we might have. Under resources, training videos are all the different training videos that we went through. Contact management, your first step is to get your contacts in the platform. That's really the key. And then after that, find one or two things that you really want to become an expert at. Maybe you want to use the open house registration and then follow up all your open house leads with property detail reports. That right there is a money combination. And we will show you exactly how to do that when it comes to property detail reports and the session that we'll do for those specific pieces. Okay, I am going to open up the chat window on my system here and take a look at any questions that have come through, and then I'll repeat those. But first, I'm going to actually turn off the recording.